All right, in today's video, we are going to be doing objection training. We have a bathtub full of ice. One of us is gonna sit in the tub. We got objections from the Facebook group. Thank you for everyone that did that. We'll be shouting you out as we read along, but we're both gonna be getting in this bathtub. We split the objections up half and half, and whoever is answering the objections, if they don't answer it to the person who is reading it off's prerogative, if it's not up to par, so to speak, then more ice gets poured into the bathtub. So without any further ado, Julian is gonna be the first one in the tub. We'll see you there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm about to hop in the tub. You can see I'm repping the Insurance Agent Freedom. We've got an Agent Independent shirt here. Let's see. I just had on an ice cube. I can't feel anything.
We're gonna start off with objection Kimberly McMullen. I didn't fill anything out.
I just wanted to confirm here that your information was... Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
I'm not sure who submitted it, but the thing is everybody needs this stuff. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through a couple of questions real quick just to see if you qualify. And then that way you don't ever have to have a conversation with anybody like me ever again. Does that sound fair enough?
Yeah, it does sound fair enough. All right, next question. I'm not really interested in this kind of stuff.
I totally get it. And the thing is you know, you can't really be too sure what you're interested in or not since we haven't gone through the call yet and since we don't really know what you qualify for exactly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions real quick, and then that way you can kind of know what it is that we're gonna go over here. I'm just gonna jump straight in if that's okay with you. Do you have any history of heart attacks?
Oh, I do, yeah, actually.
Okay, gotcha.
You know, Julian, the thing is, I actually already bought insurance.
The request that you filled out was actually sent in for the updated insurance information for 2022. Has anybody talked to you about that one yet?
No, they haven't.
Okay, gotcha.
This next one, this is pretty tough, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to get this one here.
I can't move my legs.
This is from Tyler Ford. Julian, I can't afford it.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at a couple of options that, you know, might fit a little bit better in the budget. What do you think about somewhere between 60 and 80 bucks a month? Would that fit, you know, more comfortably in your income?
No, it wouldn't. I'm good, bro.
Totally get it. I mean, we've got the price of gas going up, groceries. What I'm curious about, if the prices are affecting you, is what is it exactly that you're looking for? Would somewhere between 60 and 80 bucks a month fit better for you?
I don't even know if I could afford 20 bucks a month right now. Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. You overcame that objection perfectly, but I just needed like
oh, I know,
something before I.
Well, I don't miss objections.
Kenesha Chu. I'm too young. I don't need this.
This is actually typically an objection that comes up from a lack of value that's been built into the product. So I would say what we can do is we can look at an option. There's a plan out here that'll actually give you all your money back at the end of a term period. It's 30 years. And so this is actually just like a really advanced savings account. This is the type of stuff that the 1% of the population use. And so what we can do is look to see if you qualify for that kind of thing. That way you've got life insurance in place to cover any future expenses. You can lock in a rate now and you'll actually get all your money back here at the end. So I'm gonna jump straight into the health questions. Any history of heart attacks?
Yeah, lots of them.
Boom.
It really sounds good. I just need to talk to my kid before I make any kind of decision like that.
And your kids are gonna be your beneficiaries, right?
Oh, yeah.
When are you gonna talk to them next?
Probably be back for Christmas.
Okay, sure. Can I just be completely honest with you? Can I be transparent?
Yeah, definitely.
So one thing I always tell people, and you know, this is just something that you've always got to look out for. We saw this with the pandemic. I mean, we've seen this with, you know, the news nowadays, but the holiday season is actually when most heart attacks are had and when people have the most strokes. And so I want us to go ahead and get something locked in. And then that way, in the event that something were to happen, you would already have something in place for it. And then if you decided, hey, this doesn't make sense for me, you could always revisit that conversation. But what I don't want to happen is that you're just a statistic of heart attacks here in the holiday season and you're missing out on being able to leave money behind for your children.
I really appreciate you. You're a really nice guy, but I'm just not ready. I need to talk to my kids first. But I'll tell you what, Julian, I've heard a lot of statistics about heart attacks. Sure. And one of the things that's actually supposed to prevent heart attacks is getting in a sauna or a cold tub.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, I'm gonna be swimming by the time I get in. Adele Vincent. Well, Julian, you know, I already received a gazillion calls, and I never even asked for this information.
To preface this so you guys just don't think I'm a nut job, this is how I always react to anybody who's always frustrated about this. Are you serious? You've received a gazillion calls about this information? You didn't even request it? Am I talking to the right Timothy Shooker?
Yeah, that's my address, yeah. But I get all these people calling me all the time.
Dude.
I don't know what to do.
Same. I can actually put you on the do not call list, and we can do that right now so this never happens again. I'm gonna get that number from you in a second. Now, while I'm getting this pulled up, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. That way you never have to talk to anybody like me ever again. I'll update your file to say that you're either eligible or not eligible for the program, put you on the do not call list, and then the calls will stop. So, have you ever had any history of a heart attack, stroke, cancer, anything like that?
Dude, you killed it. You killed it.
Agent
independence, guys. Let's go.
Boom, let's overcome these objections. Woo. All right. Careful, brother Tim. We've got Mike Bladen. What's up, Mike?
Bladen, what's up?
I never filled that part out.
Totally get it, man. People forget about filling these kind of things out. Tell you what, so is this your handwriting right here, Mark?
Yeah, that's it.
You probably sent it in quite a while ago. I'm actually here to give you the updated information for 2022. You have 5 minutes right now to go ahead and knock this out?
Boom. Better Business Bureau if you call me again, asshole.
Wow.
No, we're throwing some ice on that one.
Oh, yes.
Mike Bladen again.
Mike Bladen!
Boom. He says, I'm going to pay for my funeral in advance at the funeral home.
Actually, I've heard of a couple people doing that. The way that works is if you go to the funeral home, let's say you start paying it down, and all of a sudden, something happens. Your family is only gonna get the amount that you paid into that funeral plan. So if you passed away next month, your family would have to cover the difference between what you paid in and what the total cost of the funeral is. Now, the power of life insurance is that if something happens to you tomorrow, let's say you only paid one premium, your family is getting that entire check for the face amount of the policy. That way, if something happens to you, you're gonna be covered, which is really what's important.
Good stuff, Tim.
Yeah.
Handwriting's a little scratchy, so pardon the mispronunciation. I think it's Arama Martinez. Yeah, Tim, it's too expensive.
Granted, I know you wanted to cover your entire funeral so your family didn't have to pay anything out of pocket, but would you agree or would you disagree that having something is better than having nothing for your family?
I would agree with that.
You would agree with that? Okay, so I know we were looking at the $15,000 option, but I'm going to show you 12, 5, and 10, and we'll see if that doesn't fit better into your budget. If it doesn't, you can always go lower, but I do want to make sure that we're able to get you something today. That way, if something happens to you, your family's not footing that bill.
Yeah, I mean, well, Tim, it just doesn't cover enough.
I totally get it. Sometimes we're not able to put as much in place as we would like to, but here's what I'll tell you. While you may not be over the moon about the amount of coverage that you can afford today, what we can do is we'll get you a policy in place that you can definitely make the payments on. And then once, the situation improves, then we can put you in a better situation where the amount of coverage you have is enough to cover your entire funeral.
So Tyler Ford, I already have it.
I just want to make sure, because if you already have this covered, I don't want to waste any of your time or mine. But let me ask you this, because I've dealt with a lot of people's situations where they thought they had this covered, but it was actually the wrong type of insurance. There's a lot of new people that are getting into the business that, I don't want to be rude, but frankly, they just don't know what the hell they're doing, and they're putting people with the wrong type of policy. So whenever you got this set up, do you know if it was term or whole life?
Whole life. Boom, knocked it out of the park. Alrighty, I already have an agent.
Gotcha. Okay, so you already have an agent that's doing all this stuff for you. Did they do their job and get you a policy, or is it just like a friend that you have from down the street?
No, I already have a policy.
Okay, you already have a policy. Gotcha. How recently did you get this? Because I'll tell you what, these new plans that have come out for 2022, there's a lot of changes that have been made, and what I want to make sure of is that your agent has updated you on the new policy plans that are now in place. That way, if there's something better or something that you could get a better policy in place for your family, you know about it.
All right, take me off your list.
What?
You said what? I knew it was over.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. I'm trying to lose feeling in my toes, baby. I want to try that one again because I know people struggle with that.
Okay. Take me off your list.
But you can't pour ice if I miss it again.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Just don't miss.
I'm a little confused. You said take me off your list. What list are you talking about? Has anyone talked to you about this stuff before? Or?
Well, you're calling me, and I just don't want to get calls from you guys anymore.
Here, I'll tell you what. I can definitely take you off the list, but just so I can file a report, I'm going to ask you a couple questions just to make sure that we can take you off the list. Do you already have coverage in place for this kind of stuff?
No, I don't.
Okay, gotcha. Now, has anyone talked to you about this kind of stuff before? Because I'm assuming there's probably a reason you filled this form out, right?
No, they haven't.
You know what I'm even calling you about?
It's about the insurance, right? Good stuff, Tim. One thing with that objection, always tell them you're going to take them off the list and then expand. Best way to handle that one. Yeah, I'll totally take you off the list. Let me confirm your information, start going through that, and then transition the conversation. All right, I've already been told I don't qualify. They said that I didn't qualify because I have asthma.
They told you didn't qualify because you had asthma?
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a lot of new people that are coming into this business who simply don't know what they're doing. But with the expansive amount of insurance companies that are out there, believe it or not, anybody can get coverage regardless of, a major health condition. Like, I have people with cancer that have gotten covered. If a dog had a social security number, I could get them insurance. Do you have anything else that's, afflicting you?
Boom, that's good. All right, Jose Hernandez says, I have life insurance through my bank.
So, Jose, how much coverage do you have through that?
$1 million.
Interesting, okay. Do you know how much you're paying for it?
$5 a month.
Jose, I'll preface this with, just telling you that I've been doing this for quite a while. I've seen a lot of different policies, and I kind of know like how the dollar amount to the premium typically correlates. And so whenever somebody tells me that they have life insurance through their bank, what they typically mean is it's an accidental policy. The only way that that $1 million would pay out is if you get smacked by a truck or something else, or a stray bullet hits you. I wouldn't tell you to cancel the accidental, because in the case that you do die from an accident, the amount of coverage you have for what you're paying just sounds like it's worth it. But what I would tell you is that you definitely need something that's guaranteed to pay out regardless of how you die. And that's what I can help you with.
Boom, love it. I have a life insurance bundle.
Gotcha. Now, is it through like State Farm, Farm Bureau,
State Farm.
Geico? Okay, State Farm, cool. If you're a bundle guy, I'm sure you're very price driven when you signed up for your insurance. Am I wrong in saying that?
No.
Basically what I'll do is just kind of review that bundle policy with you and make sure you have the best thing that's out there. It literally takes me 5 minutes. If you have the best deal with State Farm, I'm gonna let Jake keep his policy with you, and I'm gonna skedaddle on out of here. So just give me 5 minutes of your time and I'm gonna review that for you real quick.
Okay. Mary died 5 years ago.
Sorry to hear. Did you know her personally, or?
Nope.
The reason that I was stopping by is because Mary had actually sent him this card, or sent him this Facebook form that was asking for more information about the final expense program in this area. Do you know what the final expense program is?
No clue.
No clue? Okay, gotcha. You look like you're young. You're like what, 25, 26?
Yeah, 26.
26? Okay, yeah. So you probably don't need to worry about that kind of stuff. What Mary would qualify for, because she was quite older, is a much worse policy because she waited. And so that's why she called me out here. But with you being 26, how's your health? I mean, are you in good shape? Or are you you're in good shape? Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Gotcha.
Jason Fancy, I don't know or trust you.
Okay. Right here I have my license on my hip. I actually had to get fingerprinted and background checked by the FBI just to become an insurance agent. The reason that I was stopping by is you had sent in this form. Now, does this look like your handwriting right here?
Yeah, I like the overcome for trust. What about I don't know you?
You don't know me? Well, listen, I don't know you either, man.
Add some water because we're out of ice space. Simon says, let me think about it.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, so Simon, whenever somebody tells me that they want to think about it, it's usually one of two things. They don't trust me, or they don't know me well enough, or whatever, and I totally get that. We just met today. Or number two, it's something with the price or the program. Now, don't feel weird or awkward. It's not going to hurt my feelings either way, but is it something with me, or is it something with the program that we're looking at here that you want to think about?
Program. Good stuff, Tim. Chelsea Brazel, I think. Hopefully I said that right. Chelsea, if I didn't, sorry. I'm busy.
I totally get it. I'm actually busy too. I'm between appointments, but I wanted to stop by. You would send in this card, or you'd fill in this Facebook form about the final expense program or the term life insurance program in your area. And basically all I have to do is run through a couple of health questions to see what you qualify for. I can do that now, or I can come back later after my 2 appointments that are in this area.
Knock it out of the park. Don't call me.
Don't call me. Okay. Chelsea, you had requested this information. Do you know why you did? I can take you off the list if you don't want us to call you, but I just want to put something in your file. That way I can close it out for you.
Boom. I have insurance through my employer.
Okay, gotcha. Well, here, I'll tell you what, because a lot of people have coverage through their work, but the reason you sent this form in for a reason. I'm guessing, were you looking at adding on coverage, or getting something additional to leave behind in case you got fired, or in case you ended up leaving your job? What I'll do is just so I can take you off the list, I'm just gonna run through a couple questions real quick. You don't have to.
Last one. Christian Francia says, let me talk to my wife first.
What I want to ask you is, are you the decision maker in the household, or do you like to consult her first?
I like to consult her first.
Yeah, no, totally get it, man. I mean, have you and your wife talked about this in the past, or would this be the first time you guys would ever even bring it up?
That's great. He's going straight for past agreements. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Go ahead and click that like button and subscribe down below. Turn on those notifications. And if you want a video that's going to go more in depth for how to overcome these objections, leave a comment down below. We have a Facebook group where we go over this stuff more in depth, and we kind of get more personal with you guys, kind of get to know you each one-on-one. That's why we were able to introduce and talk to each one of the agents. We wrote out these objections from all these people. So I want to say thank you, by the way, to everyone that submitted something. It was great to actually get a feel for this thing and kind of get some feedback from you guys. But go ahead and join that Facebook group. I'll include the link down below as well. Our only goal in this business is to free as many insurance agents as humanly possible, to get them away from shady lead vendors and IMOs that would take advantage of them. You know, we want to do this, but we can't do it alone, and we need your help. So join that Facebook group and help us all achieve insurance agent freedom. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one.
Peace.